Because that's not me. It is, but it's not. It's like the safe me, but I'm not playing the safe game. I don't want to play the safe game. It's about being bold and courageous. It's about standing out. But in order to stand out for each of us, there is a thing that we must do to honor that.
Mm.
And what is that for you? Right? That creative expression. Is it a process driven document to help somebody with social media? Maybe. Is it stories that have a really captivating storyline with a protagonist and antagonist that maybe represents what you're trying to do and get people to understand that is the game that's social media? I don't
Mm.
know. Maybe it's that too. What is your ultimate creative expression that if you would to let yourself just create, you would feel flow and you would feel fulfillment? And yeah, maybe you're not as proficient in it, but you're willing to play the game over and over and over and over because there is something there that has you just willing to do it again.
Right.
If you allow yourself, give yourself the space to do that, as opposed to I gotta do this article on, I'm making shit up here, what stops you from doing social media.
Hmm.
It's not exciting, it's not compelling because it's all out there already, and you know that, right?
Yeah.
Like deep down, you know, like that this is not it, but I feel like I have to do this. No, you get to spend your time on the creativity. Here's a really good example. Remember the videos that you did
Hmm.
that just ignited all of us
Hmm.
and then kind of deflated?
Hmm.
Do you know why it deflated?
Mm, no, I'm not sure.
What was there in yours that was lacking in ours?
Mm. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. All right, cool. So my observation of that is it it was inspired action in the moment. You just created something and it was produced. There was a story being told, but it was composed, right? Like there was a nuance to it. There was a captivation with the B-roll and the different shots, and like it was intentionally created. Ours were forced.
Yeah.
Ours were forced to try and strive and attempt to create the same thing, but that wasn't my. What if? And at the time, I don't think I had it then. What if it was me performing a piece based on why? Do you know what I mean? Do you get what
Yeah.
I'm doing with
Yeah.
this? What if it was a piece with Maya painting? That now the energy is completely shifted for all of them because we actually honored each of our creative expressions. Yours, I'm making a bold assertion here, lives inside of video and photography and capturing and telling a story through that visual medium, if I'm not mistaken. Am I on point or am I off?
No, no, I think it's like, I think that's where I've been like reeling around in is like, I think it's a combination of those things and how to bring them all together. Like, I love doing that.
Mm-hmm. And
Uh,
how do you bring them all together?
yeah.
That's your game, Allison.
Hmm.
That's the game you get to explore and create. It's not one or the other. It's
Mm.
how do you bring them all together? It is the embodiment, the epitome of your self expression, the writing, the photography, the video. It's the recipe for your self expression.
Right.
And you
Okay.
just haven't been doing it. You
Yeah.
haven't allowed yourself to be on camera or take photos or tell story.
Right.
You've been doing documents that support people in their challenges through social media. and it's stiff and it's valuable, but it's not your true self-expression, not entirely. It's only
Mm.
missing a piece. Is that landing?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
I just want to make sure I'm not putting stuff in your space and adding further confusion.
no, it like what comes up is it makes sense of why I made that shift, like to the
Mhm.
content creation stuff. So it's like, how can I make it work?
How do you create your own content?
Yeah.
That video that you created moved us. Do you get that?
Hmm.
We were inspired by your creative expression in that video, so much so that we wanted our own. Can you
Yeah.
do one for us? But what was missing is, and this is your excellence that you get to work on, is uncovering what's complementary to that person's self-expression that needs to be part of the story being told. For me, it's my poetry and potentially my video games, although that's still like I'm not sure what that looks like, but for sure it is my poetry and my desire to perform. And there are many things that are stopping me from doing that.
Hmm.
And there are then many reasons as to why I feel like it's not working, because it's not working. I'm not working it. I'm not allowing myself to take that on and to do that work. I'm I'm giving the consideration and the justification that well, yeah, but I should just do this over here. And then I'm left unfulfilled and feeling like this isn't it, because I'm not honoring what's there. And it's a lot to do because I haven't been able to, at the time, haven't been able to articulate it and express it in a way that landed for me, because I wasn't honoring my creativity.
Right.
There's this distinction that got created with this gentleman that I'm hoping to engage in a coaching engagement with, although it's like substantial, so I got to get the money first. But he talks about, do you want to be the creator or your biggest disappointed fan? Holy
Mm.
shit. Like, it's palpable on my side. I don't know about you, but when I put myself in the position of being my biggest disappointed fan, I don't want to be there. So I get to be creator.
Mhm.
So be creator.